Quilters are a generous bunch that will make a quilt to mark an event, to soothe an illness, to express art. We come together as a community in times of need, always looking for a reason to give a gift of warmth. Quilters are not sewers, we are creators. We are givers and even artists. We love the process, the legacy, and the accomplishment, but mostly we love the story. Every quilt has one.
Hi, my name is Sally Catlin, and I've been quilting, I would say, for at least 20 years, if not longer. In fact, the very first memory I have of sewing was when I was at a girls' boarding school in England, and we had to do something every Saturday morning called junior mending. We would have to sit there and learn to hem, to darn, to sew on a button, to make a button loop, and we couldn't go out and enjoy our Saturday mornings until we'd gotten through junior mending. So that was my first introduction to sewing. So I was asked to bring in a quilt with a story, and the one I have behind me is a Jan Kingwell pattern. It's called My Small World, and the reason why it's special to me and has such a story was I found myself working away from home for 3 years just before retiring a year ago. And during that time, it was a blessing to have the job, no complaints there, but during that time, I found I was losing touch with friends and with church family and so on. But there were 3 friends that I used to meet on Fridays, and we kept meeting whenever I could get there. We'd meet for breakfast. And that group, we decided to make a quilt together. So once a month, we would all get together and we would work on My Small World. Each of us did something very different. 3 out of 4 of them are finished. And Sabrina, yours will be ready soon, I know. But they were all very different, all had their own unique story, and it was so much fun. And for me, this quilt is a touchstone that told me life would get back to normal. I would be back home again after working away for 3 years. It has a very special place for me. It reminds me of those days. The quilt absolutely lends itself to lots of different interpretations. What I've done with mine, what I have over here first of all, there's the office block, and I worked in an office and apartments. I lived in an apartment. Also, I was governed a lot by time, and I worked in statistics. So here I have a clock here, and on the other side, I've got numbers here. I have a church here, which is very special to me. And down here, because of my British heritage, I put a couple of pieces of England in here. One of them is this lace. It was white lace. And what I did was I dyed it with English tea. Just to have a touch of England in here and a spot of tea. And then London Bridge and Buckingham Palace. It was so much fun looking for all the different fabrics and anything that would spark an idea to make this personal. The buttons in here are for one reason. It's because I'm terrible at applique and they hide all the spots where these little things come together. Love buttons, right? Other things in here, I'm trying to think. This one here, we have kind of a family joke. My daughter says everybody has a spirit animal. We'll just leave it at that. We all have daughters, right? But she says mine is an elephant, which always upsets me because I see elephants big and plonking and so on. Anyway, but she assures me it's a wonderful thing. So I put an elephant in it just to please her. Anyway, well, that's pretty, well, of course, the most important of all, the American flag. I'm very proud American citizen. After I got my citizenship, yeah, I had to put the flag, American flag, over the top of it all. One of the things I used a lot of, people have asked me, how do you get so much fabric, all these different little pieces? I use these little minis a lot. I think they're like 2.5-inch squares, and they're all over the place. These are little minis here, And then down here, I used a ton of little minis. English paper piecing. It's very good for that, really good. So many of these also have the little minis in them. And sometimes I just used a full square. Yeah, it was fun. It was a great quilt to make and holds a lot of memories for me.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.